Okay, today's lesson we're looking at the third indice law, which we already sort of had a look at it, but the third law states that anything to the power of 0 equals 1. So if we look at that first example, 3 to the power of 0, it equals 1. Even if I have a letter like h to the power of 0, that is also 1. So here if we had 5 to the power of 0 plus 2 to the power of 0, well, that's the same as saying 1 plus 1, which we can say is 2. So all pretty simple. So we're going to have a look at cancelling down fractions and doing that a little bit more because we've been doing a bit, but it's probably a bit more challenging. So we can if we look at this first one here, we can cancel the numbers like we normally would. So we could say 10 into 30 goes 3 and 10 goes once. So keep doing it step by step to tidy it up so that you don't make mistakes and you can see what's happening there. All right, so now we've got that simplified. Now when we have the x, we've got x's which are the same base and they're dividing. So we know that we subtract it. Now if we do that, and the same with the y's, if they're the same base, we can subtract them. So if we do that, we're left with x. So 5 minus 7 is actually negative 2. And then 6 minus 3 is 3. So often in the maths, we don't like to have the... So you can make an x. So you can make a power positive, this power, by putting it on the opposite part of the fraction. So because it's up to the top, I'm going to put it on the bottom. So we can make this power a positive by swapping it to the denominator. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I mean I can write the 3. Now I haven't moved the y because that one's positive, and I can put that down there and that becomes positive down there. So I've got 3 y to the power of 3 over x, and that can be our answer. Now, sometimes they just ask you for positive powers. If they don't, you'll still get your answer right, writing that one there like that. Okay, so let's do this other example. So we can see here, we've got a base that's the same. So when we divide by the base, we subtract the indices. And there we go, we get x equals negative 2. But if they ask me for positive powers, I would say that's 1 over x to the power of 2. Okay, so there's our answer. So we're just going to be practicing more of these in our next lesson.